is you have to forgive. Um, you have to forgive those who hurt you. And it's not for those people, it's for yourself. It's for your own healing. And so this channel came about because I started a healing journey about 4 years ago. And actually, it was about 4 years ago. It was about 4 years ago. And so I went through a lot of different changes. And for so long, I thought that I had depression and anxiety, and I had those symptoms. But whether I have that actual condition, I'm really questioning that, because throughout my healing journey, I went into an isolation, and it wasn't necessarily that I chose to do that. It just sort of naturally happened over time. And so throughout that isolation, I started to feel better. I didn't feel depressed anymore. So what I learned over time throughout my healing journey also is that you cannot heal in the same environment that you got sick in. So basically, the people that you're around, they greatly affect not only your mood, your state of mind. They can have a negative effect on the decisions that you make. I mean, it's just so, you'll be surprised at how much the people that you're around affect you until you begin to isolate yourself, or not necessarily, you don't even have to fully isolate yourself, but get from around those people, and you'll notice a difference in your life. And so that was one of the reasons that I wanted to heal. I wanted to share my story. Now it didn't happen at that point in time that I felt drawn to share my story. It happened over time. It's like last year, I felt a real call to be more expressive. And before, when I was around those people, I was very shy, withdrawn. I was allowing those people to affect my decisions. I wasn't able to, I would allow them to make decisions for me, and I would just go along to get along. And it was just, even though I would, not want to go to a place, they would ask me, do I want to go to a place? And I would be like, yeah, I'll go, just to go along, to get along. And deep in my heart, I didn't want to do it. And so I would put their wishes, or
in half a mile, take the valley
what they wanted ahead of mine. And that began to wear at me over time. And we're talking almost my whole life. So I finally woke up and decided that I was going to take my power back. And throughout that isolation period, it made it so much more easier. And so I began to look at YouTube for research purposes, because what I was experiencing, I didn't know the name. I didn't know the name for it. Not only did I not know the name for it, I thought I was all alone. And so I would watch one video after another, and then finally I heard someone describing what I was going through.
Turn left onto Valley View Lane.
Oh my God. It has a name. It has a name. And this person has experienced what I've experienced. And then at that point, I no longer felt alone. because I had a name for it, it was called narcissistic abuse. And because I had a name for it, I could do more research. And so I began to do more research. And the more research I did on it, the more I was able to not only learn that I'm not alone, but also I was able to find things to actually help my situation. And so once I began to do that, then I began to put these practices into, to action, and actually
Continue on Valley
start
View Lane
doing
for half a mile.
some of these things. And so one of the things that really helped me to start expressing myself and feel more comfortable speaking up for myself was to start journaling. And I started doing audio journaling, which is very similar to creating videos, but it's just, I would turn on the audio recorder in my phone and I would just speak. If something happened, it bothered me, I'll just turn on my recorder and talk about it. And over time,
in a quarter mile, turn right onto Luna
at first
Road.
I would rarely do it, but then over time, I would do it more and more often. And so when I was doing it more and more often, I would also notice that when I was talking to other people, that I was able to express myself better. I was able to, speak up for myself if something wasn't, if
At the light, turn
they
right
asked
onto
me
Luna Road.
something, did I want to go somewhere and I didn't want to go, I tell them no. I would tell them no. I would tell them what was actually going on in my mind, and
In
I
800
started
feet, turn left onto Whittington Place.
I started to feel much more at ease, and I was like, oh my God, it was just that easy, huh? All this time,
At
all
the
this
light,
time,
turn left onto Whittington
I've been going
Place.
through all of this, unnecessarily, when all I had to do was just speak up. And so, over time, I began to do it more and more often, the audio journaling. And so, at this point, I've
In a
journaled.
quarter mile, turn left onto Chartwell Crest.
I've journaled every day for almost 2 years. And so one of the things that I wanted to do, and I actually got this idea in 2024, I was going to have my audio journals be the inspiration for my videos, because I just felt a call, a really, really deep call to live
Turn
more
left onto Chartwell
purposeful,
Crest,
and
then turn right.
To be more purposeful, and to just express myself, share my story, all those things. So one of the things that I felt that I should do was
Turn
create
right,
a YouTube
then your destination
channel.
will be on the right.
And so that's what I did. I already had a channel, I just wasn't posting on it. And so I started
destination is
posting
on the right.
videos, and I posted a few the beginning of the year, and they were really good, but I got to the point where I was just feeling like I wasn't seeing, my videos were not being viewed, and I just started feeling bad, and so eventually I quit. And so I again, the new year came around, and I'm like, well, actually, I'll take that back. Actually, it was the end of the year. The end of 2024 is when I felt the call again. I'm like, this is God. This is God telling me that this is what I'm supposed to do. And I don't give a freak if only one person watches. If only one person watches, I help one person, I've done my job. And so this is why this channel exists. I've changed the name of it. The new name is the sorry, the Mindset Makeover. Actually, is very. I just changed the name, and so the content that I'll be posting will be generally on mindset. And sorry, I'm a little bit distracted because I'm trying to multitask. I'm actually doing some work while I'm recording. So like I said, one of the reasons why I had said that I was going to be committed this time to doing YouTube videos is because number one, I feel like this is my purpose, that I am supposed to tell my story. Now, I have been considering for a while whether or not to write a book. And right now, I believe that I will. Um, Now, it's not something that is set in stone necessarily, um, but potentially I will write a book. But my goal is right now just take one step at a time because like I said, I feel like this is what I'm being called to do right now. And I feel like right now it's so necessary for people to share their stories because even though I feel like I've been a victim of, and I hate that word actually. I don't want to say that I've been a victim. I don't like that word at all because it implies that I'm looking for pity or I'm looking for someone to feel sorry for me. That is absolutely not true because even though we experience certain things as human beings, we also played a part in that experience. So there was something in me that allowed that to happen. And so I take full responsibility of it. So I don't look at it as, um, something that I'm a victim of. But whenever I had enough, then that's when I stood up and I took my power back. And so that is one of the things that I want to help others to do, particularly women, because I am a woman and I know that women, um, we will, or just generally, people tend to resonate better with people that are like them. So, and that have commonalities with them. So, particularly my audience, I expect will be women, people who have had some issues with confidence, people who may have had some issues with low self-esteem, feeling of low worth. Maybe they suffered with, or maybe that I don't. There I go again. I'm sorry. I don't like to use those types of words, suffered, victim, all those types of words like that. I'm trying to. My goal is to not use those words, but people who have experienced those types of things in their lives or who may be still going through it. It is a journey. I feel like healing is you're never done completely healing. That's my theory. That's my belief. Healing is a journey. Um, Even though I've come a long way, I still have some periods of time where I slip up. And but the good thing is a lot of times I'm able to immediately catch myself and autocorrect right there in the moment. And that's one of the things that I am really proud of myself of. When I was growing up and even in adulthood, I never really had anybody to celebrate me. And so I tend to not celebrate myself. And I've had a lot of accomplishments in my life, a lot of things to be proud of, but I still find it hard to celebrate myself. I find it hard to accept compliments. And it's just really, it's sad. I mean, when you think about it, it really is sad, but it's one of the things that I'm still working on. And, one of the things that, if you also experience that, then I definitely hope that you would comment, also subscribe, because definitely this is the type of content that would resonate with you, and you could help others as well by commenting and sharing your experience. And let's just help each other. That's what this is all about. Another thing that someone who might find my content helpful, maybe you have been a person who has been, mainly quiet all your life, or you felt shyness or felt that, you were not able to express yourself, or, just not feeling comfortable around other people, you might find my content helpful as well. And so I think that, okay, y'all, I am driving and I'm telling you, I am really, okay, I won't tell you what I did, but I won't tell you what I did, but yeah, it wasn't, it wasn't what I was supposed to do. Anyways, let me, I turned around. I need to get on the highway. So, back to the story. So, I just want to invite you people, gosh. I just want to invite anyone who may have those experiences or similar experiences to join the tribe. And I'm building a community over time. Like I said, the name of my channel is the Mindset Makeover. That means we're changing our mindsets over here. We are becoming our better, our better, better versions of ourselves. And we are leveling up in 2025 and beyond. And I just want to help as many people, touch as many lives as possible. Now, I'm not saying I'm you know, the be all, the end. Oh my gosh, how do you say that? The be all, end all. Oh my God, I don't think that's how you say that. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that I'm not, I don't expect to solve all your problems. I'm here to help and, offer my contribution. So I hope that you will stick around, subscribe, share this channel with anyone who you feel might benefit from it, and also comment. What do you think? Do you think that this is something that will be beneficial to you? Have you experienced any of these things that I've described in this video? I would love to hear your comments. Thanks for watching.